Hi everybody. I'm creating a short video, actually two videos for you on understanding and managing your shadow. The second video will be a screencast of me videoing a presentation for you. In this one, I just wanted to introduce myself, talking about the idea very briefly. As you know from your earlier module, most organizations are really working hard to help people understand their strengths and how to leverage them in the workplace. Makes complete sense, and I think is a very positive direction in the field of talent management. At the same time, there's been what I would call, and others would call, a neglect on the downsides of ourselves that unless we don't watch out for, we could derail in our careers. So my colleague, Dr. Will Sparks, has done a lot of work on this idea and recently published a book on the importance of managing what he calls your shadow. And he's drawing on work from Jung and others as he has developed this idea of the shadow. So you need to take this free ALP online, this survey, which will tell you, okay, am I an asserter, an affirmer, or an achiever? And what does this mean for me in the way of my personal strengths, which is good, which you need to know. And then also what your shadow might look like. And your shadow is the side of you that is, we'll just call it like a downside, a negative side of you that comes out when you're under stress. Now, I'm going to introduce in the other video a little bit on the idea that we can actually get better at managing our shadows, but we need to move in a certain direction toward what's called self-actualization. And that is, per Abraham Maslow, the famous psychologist, this idea that our needs have been met and we have moved toward being the most fulfilled, creative, and highly developed person that we possibly can be. But that's a journey for all of us. So this will really show you something about yourself that you need to know, which is what could be the negative sides of you under stress. And you probably will not be that surprised by them, but it really should help you think more about the need to manage that shadow. In my case, just for transparency, I'm an affirmer, and so I have strong social needs. So on the upside of that, I can be very good in relationships and a very good listener, very empathetic. I know how to connect with people. But if I'm stressed out and if I have fear of rejection by somebody or a group of people, the downside of the shadow of somebody like me is that I can get overly sensitive, insecure in the relationship, and I have to watch that. Now, it turns out that when I've been scored on self-actualization, I score fairly high, so my shadow doesn't come out all that often, but it does. I mean, it will come out, and it's not pretty, and I work on managing it, but it really is a lifetime thing, and it's all based on the early experiences that we had and arguably the fears that we have. In the case of an asserter, it's around fear of losing control. In the case of an achiever, it is fear of failure. So I look forward to you taking it, and I will give you a short video to introduce a bit more on those three shadows.